Hey guys, what's up? In today's daily financial market news, a few key things to know before we do go forward. The market remains uncertain and volatile as to the next market direction as concerns mount over a potential international pandemic breaking out on the back of the Chinese coronavirus after reports emerged today that more cases were coming out from neighbouring countries, suggesting that it could be a global concern already, not just an internal Chinese one. Also in the session we did see the US non-farm payrolls which beat market expectations, rising 225,000 jobs for the month of January. This shows quite a strong and exponential rate of growth, and it could mean the Fed will be on the sidelines for the coming meeting. Also in the session we did see the Canadian employment report, which also followed a similar trend, showing unemployment dipping towards 5.5%. This could raise concern as to whether the Bank of Canada will be dovish or neutral at the next policy meeting. In terms of the major indices today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 0.6%, whilst the S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 were all lower on the day, but not as low as the Dow Jones, as mounting concerns and volatility remained in the market. In terms of the European session, things were quite mixed also, with the FTSE 100 and German 30 both down on the day as concerns continue to mount. And also we heard reports this afternoon that the German economy has been suffering and they might consider fiscal stimulus, which should boost the economy in the near term. In terms of the Asia equities indices market, things were quite mixed also, with the ASX 200, the Hang Seng and also the Nikkei 225 all lower on the day as concerns start to mount. In terms of the equities market today, Apple was down 0.6% on the day as concerns kind of grew on its supply chain implications on the back of the Chinese coronavirus. Also in the session we did see Facebook up 0.7%, whilst Nvidia also lagged as the Nasdaq kind of was volatile in up and down range today. In terms of the commodities market, things were quite mute today, as you would expect, with no major headlines. In terms of the movers, we did note that copper was near flat levels for the day, and so too was natural gas, back towards 1.8 for the day. Also in the session we just saw WTI and Brent crude near flat levels, with WTI up 0.03 whilst Brent crude was near flat levels also. Also, one thing of key interest to note was the gold down on the session, and kind of a key area of interest given that the markets are quite volatile. It's surprising that gold is not much higher. This could be something to watch out for in the next week ahead. In terms of the bond yields market, things were quite mixed, or quiet as we should say, across the board, with the US 10-year and 2-year both mixed, and also the German 2-year and 10-year, whilst the UK 2-year and 10-year yields remained very quiet on the day near flat levels. Finally, but not forgetting, is the FX market. A few key things to note. We did have the US non-farm payrolls, and we also did have the Canadian employment report. These were kind of the market movers for the day, with the euro dollar falling on the session and also the pound dollar falling back towards 1.29 on the day. One other key thing to note was the US dollar Chinese yuan, which has broken back above the key $7 psychological barrier, and it could be a key area of interest to watch in the coming weeks. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much.